this is Jamie Magridge. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'm trying an experiment. I'm having all kinds of difficulty getting my computer to upload and edit videos. So I'm trying this video on my phone to see if I can just do it on my phone live, and upload it to my computer. So let's see what happens. I'm going to try and show you how I made this card. It's really a simple one. And I'm using the Time Worn Type 3D embossing folder and the chic dies. I'm just using the largest snowflake. I'm going to be using some dimensionals. I have some varying rainbow color cardstock, real red, pumpkin pie, crushed curry, garden green, Pacific Point, and gorgeous grape. I've already die cut most of them, just because I didn't think you'd want to see me doing 6 of them. And then the rest of the card is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of white, a 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 piece of black, and my card base, which is thick, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored and folded at 4 1/4. Okay, then to finish it off, I'm going to use my rhinestones, and I forgot the sentiment comes out of the where is it? It's the same stamp set. It's the Season of Chic. Came right out of there. Okay, so let's get started. I can't find the box right now. First thing I'm going to do is stamp my sentiment. I'm going to use Memento black ink. Ink that up. I'm sorry, my camera's going to wiggle. It's mounted to the tripod right above my but it's mounted to sits on my desk. Okay, and go ahead and stamp that down here at the bottom. Perfect. Okay, let's put this away so I don't get it on anything else. Now, I'm going to put this one aside, and I'm going to bring in that embossing folder. And I'm going to run this through the embossing folder. Now, I left a little bit at the bottom not embossed, but you can emboss the whole thing. In fact, I think that's what I'll do for this one. And I will be right back. I can't fit my big machine under that camera. Okay. It looks like that. All right. Make sure I stay in frame here. It's a little more difficult with this camera because I'm either really zoomed in or really zoomed out. There's no in between. All right. Put some glue on the back of that. Mount it to this black layer. And there's just that tiniest little border around the edge. Okay, let's go. Bring in our snowflakes. We need to do one more snowflake, so let's move this aside. Bring in the mini machine so you can see me do it. I need that piece of gorgeous grape. You don't need a very big piece. As you can see, the snowflake is like, I think you can see it. Oh, maybe you can't, but it's about, you maybe need a 2-inch piece, 2-inch square. Okay, and we're going to bring in this snowflake. You need a big enough piece to cut the snowflake, then punch out a 3/4 inch circle. You don't need the 3/4 inch circle. You can do it with dimensionals, but it makes it so much easier. And I'll show you what I mean. this out because I want all those little pieces to stay in it. I don't want them to fall out. Cut that. I'm going to come in with this punch. Let's get this out of the way. Let's move this machine here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to punch a circle. It's 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to bring in my wet glue, and I'm going to put glue on the back of the circle. You don't need a lot of glue, but you want to cover majority of the surface. Okay, then I'm going to glue that right on the center of that back of that snowflake. And that's so it holds all those little pieces in. Okay, you can do it with dimensionals, but it's a little dimensionals, and then you've got like 8 dimensionals backs to pick off. Okay, now we're going to arrange our snowflakes. This one will go here. I cut off the edge of that, so I'm going to put that one there. This one goes down at this end. Okay, so we're going to go rainbow order. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Okay, so the orange one is going to get glued flat down. So we'll put a little bit of glue on the back of that circle we put on there. Stick that one in there. The green one's going to get glued flat down. These ones we're making sure they are staying on the card. The blue one will get flat. Pacific point. This one's going to overlap the green one a little bit. Okay, now these 3 we're going to put dimensionals on. So turn it over. Put a dimensional on the back of each. Okay. Take the backing off. This one will go here. It's okay if these hang off a little bit on the edges. This one here. Okay, the purple one goes at this end, and it comes down just a little bit. Okay, so there's our rainbow. We're going to grab our snips. I'm going to turn this over. Anything that's hanging off, we're going to trim. Okay, and we're going to bring in our card base. And we're going to adhere this to the card base. You can use dimensionals here as well. Sorry, I'm wiggling the camera. Make sure it's right side up. Adhere that to the front of our card. Okay, then we're going to bring in those rhinestones. I'm going to bring in my take your pick tool here. Find out the easiest way to take these off. Okay, so I'm going to grab a rhinestone. And I'm going to put a large one here. I'm going to put a medium one up here. I'm going to put a small one here next to this large one, another small one over here, and let's see, let's put one right there. Okay, so there you go. It's a simple card, bright, fun. There's the one I did previously. This one you'll see I don't have the embossing all the way to the edge, but it looks fine either way. Well, thank you so much for joining me today at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper.